Morning everybody, I hope you're all well, or afternoon, wherever you are. I mean, I know you'll watch things from all over. Video regarding NEC, Classic Car Show. I was here on Friday. No doubt some of you've been yourself. Just found it a little bit different than normal. It was quieter. Cars had seemed to have dramatically jumped from generations. I mean, there were lot of Cosworths there and RS2000s. I mean, I know they're always there. I know they are always there, but they seem to have gained a bit of momentum. And there were like telephone numbers, a lot of them, which it basically reminded me E-Type time. I mean, I can remember when you could buy an E-Type for 4 bob and a conker. You know, I mean, they used to be cheap, and I mean, then they kept creeping and creeping and creeping till they went crazy. But I think your E-Types now have rode over hill. And your newer generations have come along, and obviously it's like your Cos's the one, you know, stuff like that. I mean, there were also a bit. I think I saw a couple of Subarus there. You know, there were some nice cars there, but it just seemed to change direction a bit for me. You know, your older end stuff just weren't there. I didn't see like an SP250 stall, which I normally see a lot of road lads around on. You know, I mean, they're a traditional British sports car, V8, and I didn't notice them. I don't think I saw. I think one of the lads said they did see one somewhere, but and also your Mac 2s had seemed to have fell off perch. You don't want your Jag Mac 2s there. Plenty of Escort Mac 2ish stuff there. They were even a new shell that, well, was supposed to be a shell. I mean, I could see things all over on it where it wasn't the same. I mean, don't get me wrong. Good luck to them building these shells. Same with Mac 1s. If that's how people see a classic now, that you buy one of these shells, build your car into it, well, so be it. But I can tell the difference on them a mile off. And you know, you put your bright work in that's original, and you'll see your curves and everything. There's a difference. I can see it. And I mean, I think they build one for a Mustang now, but I can't see that resembling a Mustang. Because there were some pretty straight and very well done executed jobs on Mustangs there. And there were serious money, but there were serious cars, you know. But they've probably come from over water where they know them inside out, and generations of people who worked on them. They'll still be bloody granddad in the corner at garage who'll have had an input on it, you know, because they look a bit different in America. I mean, they still do a bit of a funny way of painting with spreading the filler and that, but as I'm saying to you now, I mean, it were different, very different. It was quieter. I didn't think show were as busy, and it were a different sort of show, you know. It was more about accessories. I mean, you've got your Spaxers there doing the shockers, you know. You've got Burton Power there. I mean, they need to be there because Burton have all still got their hand in with Essexes and stuff like that. A lot of original cross flows, you know, if people want to do them, but they tend to now put VTECs in with, you know, fuel injection, this, that, and other. But whatever floats your boat, I suppose. But, well, very different show. Very, very different. A bit of an eye-opener. A bit of what I've been saying. Change the direction industry's going, because obviously now companies have built up on back of this classic car market for a lot of years, and obviously overheads have got bigger, and they need to, what is it, they need to fuel the same. So they've got to get their fingers in a lot of pies to keep job going. There were some lovely commercials there, old Austins, really early stuff, and but they were a bit of a letdown because they weren't sign written, they've got vinyls on the side, and just silly things like that I don't know, I must be a dinosaur. I've got to be a dinosaur now, because things I seem to pick up on are well, I don't know, it's just, people probably look at me and raise an eyebrow, but it's just, I've come from that era. I mean, I've been messing around with these things from being 10-year-old, and that's what I know, and you know, and that's what I've seen all these years. And to be quite honest, I mean, it's not a shame a lot of the older ends disappearing, it's just fact, it's just what happens. Older cars, there's less people have interest in them because there's less people who understand them and know them. But there's a lot, all the craftsmanship side of it now seems to have disappeared. I mean, when you're talking, you know, a Cosy, I'm not saying they're not alright, but when you're talking a Cosworth, you've got plastic bumpers, jelly molds as they first described them when they came out, Sierra, you know, and it's just, I don't see as it a restoration. You're not taking your bumpers to chroma, you know, you're not rebuilding something that, well, didn't have as many components basically anyway. It's just like something that it's down to paint job, and when you're getting it full of plastic on dash, so I'm hoping some lads are coming through now that can actually, rebuild cracked dashes and stuff, because that's where they're going to need some work doing. I mean, what I do, like welding panels up and that, I mean, I suppose people are doing it. People will do it, you know, and it's like saying with engine rebuilds and that, there's plenty of people out there, but as I've said earlier, I mean, with what their overheads must be, now some of these firms who've built up back it must be quite an expensive thing to do, and I think the old-fashioned bit of an hobby for a few people to get together is probably fading, is waning now. It's more commercialised, probably around a cafe, around something else, something to like get people there to generate a bit of money. But it was a day, it was a nice day. I took quite a few mates, well, lots of mates and clients they are, and you know, I took them out for a day, took them down there because they like to see these sort of things. I like to take people every year, and it was enjoyable, but a little bit different experience. There were definitely none of these there. There were no Mark 4s, there were some Mark 1s, there were some Mark 2s, you know, there were some Mark 3s, but there were none of this. There were Jim was there, a guy from Gretna Green who I will speak to. He's got a beautiful, I think it's a 1200 Deluxe Mark 1 Cortina in green. It's absolutely out of this world. I mean, I always admire that car. It's a credit to him. He's done 220,000 miles in it. He drives everywhere in it, you know. He loves it, and that's what a classic car is to me. But anyhow, if you like what I've been saying, give a like, subscribe, because I'm starting to understand how this YouTube thing works now, and I think you have to get more subscribers. I mean, I don't really understand what I'm going to get at it or where I'm going, but I'm hoping I'm just going to keep like what bit of this era that I come from with classics, people interested in things. You know, like I said before, I've got a lot of these in my personal cars. Well, I've got a lot of personal classics. They're mine. I've obviously got to find homes for them. If people are bothered, they can be in touch with me. You know, I mean, I won't be hard to track down if you look on the net. So, but there's a video for you. Like I say, give us a like, subscribe if you like what I do, and it was my opinion at show. It was a good show. I'm not saying it wasn't a good show. It was a quieter show. And it was a very different show, you know. I mean, there were even some stalls there selling sofas and various other bits and pieces. Well, whether they're not filling halls, I don't know. Whether halls have expanded that now they can't fill them. But that's enough of me going on anyway. So take care, everybody. Hope you got a bit of something out what I've said, and I'll catch you all later. And bye for now, then.